Boy, I was blown away. I tell you what, I fell in love with this band. They were kicking some ass. An all-female hard rock band. Now you had female rockers. You had Joan Jett and you had Hart, but they were musician-wise. Well, they played their own instruments, but they had males in the band. But this was an all-female band, bona fide. Vixen, yes, Vixen. The '80s hairdo, the stilettos, the guitars, the hot riffs, musical riffs, and they just sounded good. They looked good. They were rocking. Gosh, Vixen, and they're on my fancy playlist of March 18th, 1989. Vixen with Cryin. It was a follow-up to Edge of a Broken Heart. Man, I was blown away when I first heard Edge of a Broken Heart. It was MTV hit. Late summer, maybe fall of 1988. But let's go into Vixen real quick. Now, there is a little bit of confusion about Vixen, about the origins of Vixen. Uh, I'll just give you what I know. The very beginning was, I couldn't believe how far back they went. The very beginning went to 1973, and it was formed as all-female rock band. First female rock band formed in the Twin Cities in St. Paul, Minnesota. 1973, and they were high school students formed by a woman named Jan. There are three pronunciations of the word Kunman, but I'll pronounce it as Kuhneman. Jan Kuhneman formed this band in 1973. But here's the deal. A fellow with AllMusic.com, a writer with AllMusic.com, Alex Henderson, said that the band actually formed in 1981 in Los Angeles. Now, the classic lineup, and I'll give you the classic lineup, Janet Gardner, she was on lead vocals. God, she killed it. Oh, yes, she killed those vocals. Fantastic. Yes. And there was Jan Kuhleman, she was the lead guitar player, and Cher Patterson, Pederson, Pederson, she is a bass player, and Roxy Petrucci, drummer. Vixen, born Vixen. Now, they were in a movie, they appeared in a movie, and I wrote it down on here somewhere, called Hard Bodies in 1984. Bottom line was, by 1985, they were part of the glam rock scene in Los Angeles. Now, it's easy to confuse, and I did this. I did this until I listened to this record again. It's been years since I heard this record. It's easy to confuse Vixen with a hair metal band because hair metal was at its peak. I've already covered couple of hair metal bands already on this fancy playlist, but this record, Vixen, and also Edge of a Broken Heart, leans closer to classic rock than hair metal. In other words, they sound more like Heart. A lot more like Heart than they do, say, like Winger or Bon Jovi. Although after they came out with their first album, they did tour with Bon Jovi, and they toured with Ozzy and the Scorpions, and they also, they headlined their own shows as well. Vixen did. Vixen, they came out with their album in 1988, Edge of a Broken Heart, co-written by Richard Marx. He wrote that song with Faye Waybill, and on their first album, Richard Marx plays keyboards on that album. Gosh, doggy, man. Edge of a Broken Heart. Anybody remember that? Anybody remember Vixen? You know Vixen rocks, man. We need more, man. We need more of these we need some more great female hard rock bands. Even to this day. Because I tell you, women can rock, man. They can. And they did. Vixen did. Joan Jett did. Man, she threw it down. Ann and Nancy Wilson of Heart. Passionate singer, Ann Wilson. She was killer. But so was the lead singer, Janet Gardner of Vixen. They released another album called Rev It Up. I do remember that in 1990. How Much Love? Yes, I remember that. I believe it was around the summer of 1990. Went to number 44, though, on Billboard's Hot 100. And Love is a Killer, number 72 or something like that. Cryin, I didn't get the chart position of Cryin, but I'm not going to bother looking that up right now. Edge of a Broken Heart, I'm reasonably sure made top 40 for Vixen. Pretty popular band for a while. I checked on what they were doing lately just a little bit. They did some performing just a few years ago, and they were supposedly going to put out a new album. 2014. But the original member, Jen Kuhlman, she passed away, cancer. Actually, it looked like she overcome it, but she passed away 2013, I think. She was 59 years old. So, all right. But hey, in heaven and on work. Well, in heaven and on earth. Not work, but on earth. I guess it could be work. They rock. Either way, they rock. Here it is, Vixen with Cryin at number 20 on my fantasy playlist, March 18th, 1989.